Michael Plusek here, and welcome to this video. This video will be about team and leadership foundation. I have done my best to make this as simple as possible, creating foundation that when you use this correct, when you build a team, you'll find a whole new level of power and clarity. Clients of mine, I know that from these lessons that I'll share with you, these pictures, these tools, they have taken decisions in their company which have created a lot more energy, higher the level of customer satisfaction, made my client, the business owner, much more powerful and happy, and also a better family person, and created more money for them, more profit. So I really hope you look forward. If you have a team around you today, this is very powerful for you. If you don't have a team, think it like this. The exercises that will be in this video will also help you become a better leader, even though you don't have the team right now. But where you're going, you will build some kind of a team. Whether it's going to be people you take in and hire, or if it's going to be people that you will team up with as partners, or people that you will pay for their services. So what we will cover in this video, first of all, I will go through some team and leadership problems. These are problems that I have heard over and over again from people on my calls, from my team when they have calls, and also from my clients. And after that, I'm going to share with you what it takes to be the captain of your life. And after that, the captain of your business. We talked about captain earlier in the program, and I really want to help you as much as possible so that you are the captain. You are the person in control of your life and control of your business. So I look forward to share this. Then I'm going to share a very powerful drawing. I call it the team circle. And I'm going to talk about how to create a championship team and how to implement the captain guidelines. So again, this is powerful, and whether you have a team or not, I really suggest that you go through the video and take as much as possible into your life and in your business. So let's go to work here. First of all, some team and leadership problems. Life. Problem I hear from most people when they join the program, when I talk with them before they enter. Things like, where am I going? And why does it keep being the butterfly? Feeling out of control, feeling out of balance, and feeling of not having enough time. All of this is frustration. And when I talk with people, even with my clients in the beginning of the program, before they begin to get all of this clarity, it's like they talk about being on the wrong track. They talk about, they think they are firefighting all the time. We've been through this. And they don't get why it keeps on going like this. So the big problem for many people is that they run very fast. And the decisions they make are unconscious decisions. And I'll show you some very powerful thing about the human being in the mindset video. But when I say unconscious decision, this means that it's decisions that we take without thinking too much about it. They take without thinking too much about it. And it's the past that decides what we or they do. So this is like running on autopilot, and we don't want this to happen. Because most people, they make their decisions out of what happened before, because they programmed themselves to that. The big problem here is that what we want to do is we want to look into the future. We did that in the first week and figure out, where do I want to be? And then from that, we're going to make our decisions. So big problem for a lot of people is that they take their decisions out, create them from the past, what happened. What we want to do is to look into the future and then make sure that we take the fastest way there, and our decisions are from what we want, not what happened before. So we need to stop. We need to stop up a moment. We need to do this not only in this video, but also in the future. And with that, I'm going to share in the week of structure and planning, I'm going to share a powerful tool to you too. So look forward to that. We need to stop and really figure out, be really clear, what is the most important thing in my life and my future. And then when we make decisions, this is what we have in mind. So to do this, one powerful exercise comes from one powerful word, and that's value. And as you see here, value, the regard that something is held to deserve, the importance, the worth or usefulness of something. A person's principles or standards of behavior. One's judgment of what is important in life. And this is what we want. We want to figure out what is important in my life. So whenever I need to take a decision, make a decision, it's going to be out from this clarity. I know what's most important in my life. Most people, they don't stop and think about this. But you will now. So the very important thing here is, what's the most important in your life? So we're going to do a little exercise. And I call this the captain of your life. Because what you will do is to find out what are the 5 to 10, not more than that, things that you value the most in your life. Some examples here: family, travel, fun, business, love, laugh, work, fitness, speak the truth. This is just examples from clients I've doing this before. The thing is, you'll figure out what is most important and what do you value the most in your life. Before we do this exercise, I'll share an example for you, because we're gonna use this to later also. From a book that I read that's really both funny, but also there's a lot of mindset things. And I can only say that if you got the time, when you got the time, I would really suggest for you to read this book. It's called Living with a Seal. And at one point, the seal who is in the house of the author, his name is Jesse. The seal is called Seal. At one point, Jesse and Seal speaks a little bit about what's most important in your life. And Seal, his name is because he was a Navy SEAL. Seal is sharing that his priorities, that's what he talk about, his priorities. The number one is the kid and wife, the number one is the kid, number two is the wife, and number three is the author, Jesse. And he shares that because if something really burns, if a war starts, if some nature disaster will happen, he knows his priorities, so he knows who he will save first. That's a matter of life or death. But take this into your life. So, in a moment, write down 5 to 10 things that you value the most in your life. Things that are most important for you. Set your watch, no more than 5 minutes. Think about it and prioritize it. So you know what's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so forth. So do this right now and then come back and we'll continue. And welcome back. So by now you should have written down 5 to 10 things that you value the most in your life. If you didn't do it, I suggest you just pause the video and do this right now. It's important to do it. So when you got these things, again here, I would really suggest that you either paint them or put them in a document and then print them out and put them on your wall. Because what you want to do is from now on is operate from those decisions. So from the things that you value the most, that's what you operate from. Got it? So when things get very tough, you know what are the most important things in your life. And you operate from that. Good. Let's take this to the next level. Talk about team and business problems. What I hear from entrepreneurs when they have a team or when they partner up with someone, it's things like, why don't they do as they should? Or why don't they deliver or perform? Why are they lazy? Why is the team not enthusiastic like I am? Or my business seems to be out of control. My partners doesn't perform as agreed. And something like it's easier if I just did this myself. And I had people, entrepreneurs saying, people. It's very tough. I should just do this by myself. And again here, be the captain. You gotta know your values and be very clear about them. And we all, running a championship team, running a business that really is growing insanely, we need to know our values in our business. Because the easy ride here, when business is slow, when nothing is happening, and everything is just cool and nice, very nice. We can sit down and we can smile, we can have a cup of coffee with our team members and we can just have fun. All good, no problem. There's just one problem. And that is when it gets tough. And business will get tough. So, again here, when we talk about a team and business, the fact is sometimes the storm will be there and it will test us. It will test the team. And especially you want to grow your business and you want to take it to whole new levels, there will be challenges. You will get out of the comfort zone. Your team needs to get out of the comfort zone. And all of these times is going to be a test. So we need something that tightens it all up so we get safe through the storm. We need this. And think about this as, I'm going to talk about the captain of your business. Think about this as a team of special soldiers. Maybe it might be the Navy SEALs or something else, but really special force. They are trained, highly trained to do what they need to do. But even though they have checklists, even though they are trained, there will be situations where there's no checklist for it. And what these teams do, they have something that tightens it all up. So they know how to operate when the bullet flies around their ears. So, for instance, think about a team and let's say 4 people. They are going to save somebody, president, whatever, in a foreign country. So they go in, and just around where they can save this person, one of the team members gets shot. So he lies down, he's still alive. Now the team really has to think fast because bullets all around them. I think you can imagine that stress must be very high now. But what should they do? They are on a mission and they need to get this president or whatever free and bring the person safe home to the person's country. But now they also got one of their team members. So what they do is they operate from a code of honor, which comes from their values. And we're going to talk more about code of honor later on. So now we come to the captain of your business. And this exercise, you should write down 5 to 10 things that's most important or you value the most in your business. And here are some examples. It's just examples and there's no priority in it. Customer quality, always on time, smile, professional, money, be the best. It's just examples. But for you in your business, what are the 5 to 10 things that you really think are the most important things or values in your business? Go ahead and do this right now. And again, clock 5 minutes, no more. Maybe it's even going to take you only 2 or 3 minutes, no more than 5. Do it right now. Pause the video, do it, and then come back. And welcome back. So by now you should also have completed this exercise. 5 to 10 things that you value the most in your business. Most important things. If you didn't do it, pause the video and do it right now. And if you did, let's continue. So what we want to create to really create a championship team is a code of honor. And you can take your own words for this. You can call it so it fits your country, your language. And the most important thing here is that you really have written down what is your highest values. And I'll show you later in a moment here what I'll do with this. But I want to make sure that you get this. So I have you can download it from this video just beside it, and there's the code of honor that I use in my team, and you feel free to use it. Feel free to make small changes, complete changes. It's up to you. It's just inspiration. So I'm not going to get through this point by point now, but it's downloadable for you. And if you got any questions, just ask them in the Q&A call. So the thing here is, when you're clear about your values in life and in business, creating this as a code of honor is the possibility for you to create a team that is very tight, that operates tight, and make sure that the team will do its best to get you to your vision as fast as possible, because you're operating out of your values. And I made this, and it's also a poster so you can download it. print it, put it up on your wall, because I call this the law of people attraction. As I said in the beginning of this one with the team, many business owners, they complain about their team. And it gives them headache, and many think that they should do it by themselves. So there's a lot of power in this one, because when you are clear about your vision, your why, and your values, we just went through the values, then you know exactly what you look for. And you will attract those people to your team. And what do I mean by this? First of all, when you seek new people to your team, and when you're clear about these things, vision, why, and values, in the writings that you do, in the poster you make, in the job description, you will put these things in here, and that energy will attract them. It will. You still have people that might not be the right, but you will attract the right people this way, because you send out that energy. And also, if we talk about partners, so it's not maybe people you hire, same thing. When you know your vision, your why, and your values, it's going to help you extremely to attract the right people to your team. So it's very important to be clear about these things. And also, I know from clients of mine that what happened when they got more and more clear is that they actually figured out there were people in their team that's not good enough. So these things and the values to help them make decisions who belongs to the team and who doesn't belong to the team. And that decision, you probably can relate to that if you have team around you. Making a decision whether a person is good enough or not belong to the team, making a decision will get you so much more energy and power. And of course, you need to take action. So, this was the law of people attraction. Now, with what we talked about here, I'm gonna share this team circle with you. And you will even see people in the Facebook group, they posted about these things, and also how much energy it gave them. Clarity and energy. Here it comes. This is the team circle. And imagine all these dots here. These are members of the team. So this is actually people. Don't think about why some are smaller or bigger. It's your team. And as you see, there's a blue line in the middle, and that is the middle. So we got team members above the blue line. I call them A members. We got team members in the middle. I call those B members. And then we got team members below the blue line. I call those C members. So what is this all about? Well, first of all, the A members, that is the top performers. Top performers. The B team, it's good team members. You like them. They are the glue in your team. And the C, that's the lowest. That's the lowest ones. So let's go back here. If you have a team with 10 people, in average, look at it this way. There will be one A team player, 8 B team members, and 1 C member. That's all you need to think. 1, 8, 1. 1 top performer, 8 good team members, and 1 that's the lowest. So let me explain more here. The C member effect of your team is that if you look at the whole team as an average and you got the B members in the middle, the C member, the one person who is not performing, what is he doing to the whole team? Yep, he's dragging it down. So if the most important things in your business is growing and delivering high quality service, and then you find your C member, and there's always one C member. This person is dragging the whole team down, taking you away from where you want to go. That's the C member. And here's the A member. This person is taking the whole team up, lifting the team. This person, you know this person. This person is the best in the team, the person that you just trust and you love working with this and you always get energized by this person. This person is lifting the whole team. So this person is making it easier for your team and your business to grow and to deliver high quality to your customers. So I'll just take you one back here, because from my experience and what we did, for instance, in Barresso Coffee, was that we asked all our leaders to do an exercise, and we actually did this on a monthly basis. And I can only suggest for you to do the same thing. Put it in your schedule, and once a month go through this. Be very clear who's the A, and out of 10, who's the 1A, who's the 8B, and who's the one lowest, the C. Now, when you've done this exercise, the next thing you're going to do is, first of all, the A, acknowledge the A person. And what I suggest is that if you find a time where the A person is with other people, just really acknowledge them. Give them your hand, give them a clap on the back, look them in the eyes, and make sure you tell them, hey, I'm so happy to have you in my team. I am so happy that you're helping out the way you're doing. Your performance is extremely good, and I just want to thank you. What happens is that this person will grow, and also this person is very happy that you acknowledged him or her. What also happens is that the rest of the team, they will also be empowered to do even more, because they understand that you actually acknowledge when good performance is done. So very important, acknowledge the A person. Maybe even sometimes, but don't make it like once a month thing and always the same. Maybe sometimes even give them a small gift. It could be a trip to the cinema, or it could be a dinner with their loved ones, or something like this. And maybe even because I would suggest you to look into these things. Figure out what does this person really love, and then surprise them. One of my team members in Plusringen, I knew she has been living in Italy for a long time, and she loved Ferraris. She did a very cool job, and I wanted to acknowledge her. So what I did was, actually I surprised her. I told her that we were going to a meeting, and the meeting was with a Ferrari. So she was out driving for, 15-30 minutes, and we got some great photos for her so she could keep that. And fact is, this is something that meant something to her, and this is something that she won't forget that. I know that, and it comes from a good heart. So just some suggestions how you could really, really praise the A player top performance. And for the B players, good team members, again here, remember just to acknowledge them. So just tell them, thank you, I'm very happy to have you in my team. I'm very happy for the job that you're doing. But make sure that the A person and the team understand there's one person that really sticks out. So this person is the one that really gets the big one. And let that energy go into your team. The B players, let them know they did a great job and you're happy with them. Then comes the C player. Now, this is something that most entrepreneurs, business owners, they avoid doing. They don't want to take the action of taking the talk with the C player. And this is a bad mistake, because this person is the person that drags the team and the business down. From my experience, and this is more than 25 years now, the thing is that in average, if a team or a leader talks, or an owner talks with a leader about the team, 80% of the time the talk will be about the C member. And I think you can recognize this. It's a big problem, because then we spend most of the time and our energy being frustrated about the C member, which is the one taking our whole company down. Where what we should do is spend the most of our time with the A member and then B members, making sure that they get even more on track, helping them, support them to reach their goals. But for most people, it's the opposite. So we don't want that. You don't want that in your business. So when you did your monthly 5 minutes thinking your team through, who are the top performer, who is the B people, and who is the C? As soon as you figure out who is your C, and probably you know that, point that name down and make sure right away, call them or send them a message and ask for a meeting. And just do this. Don't say, I'm going to do this tomorrow or the day after. Just right away, ask them for a meeting. And this meeting, I'll give you some tips for that too. In this meeting, what I suggest is that you just tell the agenda of the meeting. Very simple. And then, as always, come from a good heart. It's not to stress anyone. It's just to figure out what is the right thing to do here. And what I suggest, what have worked very good for clients of mine and what I did before, is actually to tell them, you know what, I just did my team analysis here, and I figured out that you're actually the one that is performing worst. Just be open and honest, but talk very, very friendly and let them know. And then you can tell them, that this talk is about figuring out what to do from here, because now you know it. The person is dragging the team down. And then just tell them, there's two ways it can go from here, and no more than two. One way is that we agree on you stepping up, becoming at least a B member in the team. And the other way is that you don't want that, or you can't do that. And then what we need to do is to say, then our time together is finished. We don't need to be rough, we don't need to be rude, we don't need to put any emotions into this. Just be open and honest with the C person. Tell them this, and then ask them, what do they think? Now, this meeting, my suggestion from all my experience, what works really good is, don't begin to go into details about this and that and why they did this and good explanation and stories and all of that. That's not the purpose. You already decided that you have your C person here, and what you just want to figure out is if they want to step up and you want to help them, or if they can't or won't do that, and then you'll figure out how to get them out of the team. So simple it is. So if they say they want to step up, then you need to be very clear with them what you expect. And my suggestion is also that you tell them that you will support them, or if you have a big team, one of your leaders will support them. And you also ask for permission to really come from a good heart, what I call tough love, which means for them to step out. It's going to be out of their comfort zone. So you need to stretch them a little. You want to find the diamond inside of them if you believe that they can do this and they say they won't. You just want to ask for their permission for you to to push them out of their comfort zone. But let them know that you'll support them, because if they want to do this and if they are good with this, they can even become top performers. So ask them for this, and if they say, yeah, it's okay, and yep, I want to be part of your team, and yep, the goal is to be at least minimum a B player, then you create goals for them. Say, okay, the first goal is to do this, second goal is to get you there. Just small goals maybe. And then agree on a date where you'll sit together again. It might be just 15 minutes, just go through it, what happened. Ask them how they think they're doing and what is good, what they can improve on, and what they will do. And then help them, and remember to push them. Because you don't want them to stick there. We want a success. If this doesn't work and you are trying to coach them and nothing happened, then you need to make a decision. And you're welcome to ask these questions in the Q&A call too, or in the Facebook group. When you get to that point, or if on the conversation where you tell them about the problem and they are the C, and they say, well, they don't want to be a part of the team, or they can't do it, then be very clear and get them out. Again, do it friendly. Make sure that you understand each other, come from a good heart. And in 95% doing it like this, what you'll see is that people will respect it. They will respect you. And the rest of the team will really respect you. Because what's also happening here is that the A, the top performers, and the B, the good team members, if you don't do this, they will feel like they're working a lot, and then there's one person who's just dragging them down and the leader's not doing anything. You want to make sure that you have top performers in your team, and also that they know you always want to make sure they go to the next level. Did it make sense? I hope that. It's very important. So right now, just put this in your agenda if you didn't do it. Take a note and make sure you put it in your agenda 1 time a month. Just go through your team circle here and decide who's A, who's B, and who's C. And then with A and C, put a time down very soon where you're gonna A, acknowledge A, and C, have to talk with them. And this is ongoing. C becomes a B, great. Then there's another C. You need to keep working with this. And for a good team to evolve, sometimes you need to make a decision and say, well, you're not good enough. And then let another one come in, because you will hire the team spirit, you will hire your business, and the new person who comes into your team, think about the magnet I just showed you, the poster you printed out, you will attract B or A members. And this will make the C is dragging the team down. Now you make a decision and you say goodbye to the C, get in an A or a B and see what happens. Boom, your team has just been 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, maybe even 100% better. There's so much power in this. So make sure that you got a note of this. Now, how to create a championship team. How to implement these things. First of all, now we talked about the circle, so make sure you do this. The next thing here is the code of honor. We talked about that too. You know your values. You can download mine and you can take inspiration from that. So I really suggest for you to create your own code of honor. And then I'll share with you how to implement this in your team. There's 2 things here. There's new members coming in, and then there's your old team members. New members coming in. I suggest, first of all, of course, have a checklist. So number 1, I'll post. Number 2, we'll have our first email they need to respond to. Number 3, we'll have a short Skype meeting. Number 4, we have a meeting. This is like a funnel just for team members. And if you want more of this, if I can help you with this, just let me know in the Q&A calls and I'll help you as much as possible. So when we are hiring new team members, part of the process is to let them read our values, our code of honor, and have a talk with them about it. I know this is going to take 10-15 minutes, but it's very important. So ask them a little about what does this mean to you on the different sentences you have there, on the different values. Ask them and learn from them, because it will show you so much about this person if you're a good fit, if they will become a B or A player in your team. You don't want people who is taking you away from where you want to go. And if you agree with this person, that this is the right person from you went through the code of honor, ask them to sign it and you'll sign it too. I know this is not a binding legal contract, but this is like blood sharing, like a brotherhood. This is very important because this is the values that we operate from. And trust me, doing this, it will make life in your business so much easier and put your business and team to a whole new level. Now, old team members, a good suggestion here is to create a project about this and have fun. And I'll share with you a simple process, and I say simple, I don't say easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's simple. It's very fun and it's very powerful. So with this project, implementing the code of honor, your values, into an already existing team, what I suggest is that you take the time, make sure that you can have the whole team together, and for more than 30 minutes. Take enough time to do this. And if you've got a large team, split it into smaller teams and do the same thing, where there's one team leader in each team. But let's say you have 5 people in your team and you call them together, and maybe for half a day. Yep, I know this sounds a little crazy, but trust me, it's worth it. And maybe you even need to schedule more than a half of a day. Maybe it's going to be 2, 3, 4 half days for this project. So bring the team together and tell them what's going to happen here. Tell them this is about agreeing as a team on the values. And you can even share the story about the soldiers and the bullets, and if one soldier is hit, should they take the soldier or should they go for the president or whoever it is and then leave the soldier? So you can share that story with them so they understand why you're doing this. And what you want to make sure is that you got a team that's so tight, so when let's find it here. There, when the bullets are flying around, when the storm is high, when we're going to the next level, when there's a lot of sales coming in, when we got customers saying something is not good enough, all of these things, that's business. We need to get them to understand that this is why we are doing and implementing the code of honor. So when they know this, then you go to work with them. And a very powerful way to do this is not you telling them. You print out a code of honor for each of your team members and then go one by one. You could go clockwise or against the clock. Then ask the first team member, okay, what is the first value here? Let them tell what's written. Let them tell what they think about this. What is the meaning of this value for them? Just listen. And then when they're finished, you can brief them how to do this. They will say, okay, what does this mean to you, team? And then let the team bring in their comments. So what you'll figure out is some of the things they will agree with, some of the things they will not agree with, some of the things some people will agree with, some of the things some people will not agree with. This is so powerful for you. Maybe if some of the values are, and they should be vital enough for you, and you can see there are team members who is not liking them or don't want them, this is a very good situation because now you know it. So now you know that here you got someone dragging the whole team down. Very simple. If one of your values is that customer come first, and then one of your team members say, yeah, it's good enough, but I don't have the time, and they are all angry and blah, blah, blah. Then you know. And then you know that there's something not working in your team and in your business. And you can make a decision from that. Best, you're going to agree with the team on the different values. And maybe some of them you need to change a little. Listen to your team. Listen what's going on. If the A and B players say, well, this one, could we change the words here or something like that? Just listen. And for some of the values, it might be right to change it. Then just do that. Just change it if it still fits with your value. But the goal here is to figure out who in your team is really with you, and maybe who you want to take a talk with, the C player talk. And the next thing is for the whole team to commit to these values. Really commit to them. To saying, yep, I commit to this one. And there's a lot of different values. Look at mine and see what is good for your team, and then figure out your own ones. Let them commit to it, and when you are through with it all, let them commit to this is the values in this team. This is what tightens the team. And then have everyone signing the code of honor. Very important, and you do too. Let them understand this is blood you're sharing. This is the values. This is what's going to help you. And if you got any questions for this process, really jump into one Q&A call and ask them there, and I'll be happy to help you as much as possible. So if we look here, we got the business explosion system. We went through the selling, and in this week I gave you some foundation about creating a championship team, but also being captain if you're in your life and in your business. Now, this is team, but the thing here is that already what we went through now is also going to help you a lot to be a leader and to teach your team. Because when you're clear about your values and you are the captain of your life and of your business, already here you stepped up as a leader. And when you do the team circle exercise, you are stepping up as a leader too. And when you're doing the code of honor with new team members coming in, having them sign it, and with your team, if you've got a team right now, go through it and have them sign it, you just stepped up a lot as a leader. And also you have now been teaching your team a lot about leadership, a lot about your business, and a lot about where you want to go. So this is a simple way. I know there's lots of things when we talk about team, because this is people, they got their own little voice, comfort zone, background, and are they fitting together and all of this. But for this part, I'll just leave it like we are here, because this is so powerful. And if you want more, just jump into a Q&A call and ask me for more. So again here, team, you're teaching the team and you're becoming an even bigger and better leader and implementing code of honor, the thing that tightens up the team. So in this video, we did cover team and leadership problems. I did talk about being the captain of your life and captain of your business. And you also did the 2 exercises so you're clear on your values in your life and in your business. And I showed you the team circle. Talked about how to create a championship team and how to implement captain guidelines. Code of honor, implementing that. Now, I got a little bonus for you here. And I didn't put this in the presentation, but I'm going to share this with you. And this is 3 words that helped leaders, entrepreneurs to become even better leaders. 3 words that is very great to operate from. All 3 words start with an F. So it's F, F, F. The first word is firm. The next is fair. And the third is friendly. If you operate from those 3 words, trust me, your business and your team will keep improving. Firm, fair, and friendly. Firm, fair, and friendly. Having the talk with the C player. Being firm. It's either in, growing, or out. But be fair at the same time. I want to help you. If you want this, I'm going to help you. I'm going to push you, I'm going to help you. That's fair and friendly. Even when you stop, team members, be friendly. Because that's what they will remember. And if you're just fair at the same time and firm, it all goes very well. So firm, fair, and friendly. That was a little bonus. And that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I really hope you did the exercises. If you didn't do it, because that's the hope word. If you didn't do the exercises, go back and do them. This is going to help you a lot in your business. So I am out from this video and I'll see you in the next one.